The Night Follower by Leeds Born and Bred. My reimagined and animation of Bob Dylan's Mr Tambourine Man. Liam didn't plan to step outside that night. But at 2:17 a.m., his eyes still wide open, the weight in his chest still pressing down, he knew sleep wasn't coming. The apartment walls pressed too close, the clock ticked too loud, and the silence in his head was roaring. So he pulled on his boots, mismatched laces, scuffed leather, shrugged into a coat that smelled faintly of last winter's rain, and stepped into the hush of the city's sleepless hours. The street was empty except for the echo of his footsteps. He passed shuttered shops and flickering neon signs that buzzed like dying insects. At the corner of Boar Lane and Briggate, he heard it for the first time, a sound so soft he thought he'd imagined it. A jingling, faint but clear, like coins shaken in a beggar's cup. He paused under the sputtering glow of a streetlight. "Hello," he called. His breath clouded in the cold air. No answer, just the echo of his own voice bouncing off brick and glass. He should have turned back. But he didn't. Liam walked on. The jingling grew louder, clearer, a rhythm, playful but off-kilter, drifting from an alleyway ahead. When he turned the corner, he saw him, the man standing alone under a halo of light from a broken lamp in the tunnel of the railway bridge near the city train station. He was thin, draped in layers of coats that didn't match. Bits of ribbon and string dangled from his sleeves. In his hands he held a battered tambourine, rimmed with tiny bells and tarnished coins. He didn't seem to notice Liam at first. He stood perfectly still, head bowed, tambourine hanging loose at his side. "Hey!" Liam called, forcing his voice not to tremble. "Mr. Tambourine Man?" The man's head snapped up. His face was half hidden by the brim of a battered hat, but his eyes glinted like black glass. He smiled, or at least, Liam thought it was a smile. "You hear it too?" the man asked, his voice a low rasp that seemed older than the bricks around them. I heard you playing," Liam said. "Play a song for me. Please. I can't sleep." The tambourine man's grin widened. He lifted the tambourine. "Sleep? Who needs sleep when you can dream with your eyes wide open?" He shook the tambourine once, a single, sharp jingle that seemed to cut the night open. The shadows around them flickered like a film reel sputtering to life. Liam felt the street vanish beneath his feet. He staggered but didn't fall. There was nothing to fall onto. The alley stretched and twisted into a tunnel of smoke, and the tambourine man was suddenly beside him, his voice a whisper in Liam's ear. "Come," he said. "Follow me." They stepped through the smoke. Shapes drifted past, half-formed memories, scraps of laughter, the taste of forgotten kisses, the ache of old regrets. Liam's heart thundered. He felt light, unmoored, like he might drift apart with the next breath. "Where are we going?" Liam asked. The tambourine man laughed, a dry, rustling sound like dead leaves. "Where do you want to go?" Liam tried to answer but the words stuck in his throat. They stepped out of the tunnel onto a beach that shimmered under a sky littered with cold, distant stars. The sea hissed against the sand, carrying secrets back and forth. Liam turned in a slow circle. "What is this place?" "It's yours," the tambourine man said. He spun the tambourine in his hand, coins clinking like tiny bells of warning. "You built it, every piece. The dreams you lost. The time you wasted. The songs you never sang." Liam shivered. "Is this real? Does it matter?" The man leaned close. Liam could see now that his eyes weren't dark at all, but mirrors, reflecting Liam's own face back at him, endless and hollow. "You wanted to forget," the tambourine man said. "You asked for it." Liam stepped back, stumbling on the shifting sand. "No. Wait. I don't want this. I want to wake up." The man's smile faded. "No one wakes up from me." He raised the tambourine and shook it again. The sky above fractured, stars falling like shards of glass. The sea roared. Liam ran, feet slipping in the sand, breath burning his throat. He heard the jingle behind him, steady, patient, like footsteps that would never tire. He fell to his knees at the edge of the water. The waves glowed faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat. In them, he saw flashes, his childhood bedroom, his mother's voice calling him home, a lover's hand reaching for his in the dark. He plunged his hands into the waves, icy, electric. The tambourine man's voice floated to him, too close now. You asked me to play a song for you, Liam. This is the song. Liam squeezed his eyes shut. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. A hand landed on his shoulder, cold, impossibly strong. The jingling stopped. Silence slammed into him. He opened his eyes and found himself back in his apartment, sprawled on the living room floor. The clock read 2:18 a.m. The lamp hummed softly. The city outside was still and dark. His coat was gone. His boots were dry. But in his hand, clutched so tightly it cut into his palm, was a single tarnished coin, with a tiny bell dangling from a frayed ribbon. And from somewhere deep in the hallway, darker than the shadows should be, he heard it, the faintest jingle-jangle whisper, promising that if he ever wandered too far from sleep again, Mr. Tambourine Man would be waiting.